Well, it was another typical day for me. I was looking through my calendar. I had to drop my daughter at dance by 4, pick up the dry cleaning by 4:30, get my son to football by 6, and take a conference call from 4 to 6 in the car. I was pretty irascible looking at this type of schedule when my daughter walks up. And an innocent voice says, "Daddy, I want a dog." A dog. Really? Something else to fill my boring existence? Do you realize what it is to have a dog? You've got to walk it. You've got to play with it, feed it. It's a lot of work. Don't worry, Daddy. I'll do it all. I promise. I didn't buy it, but I had a plan. I said, why don't we foster a dog? You see, fostering a dog, basically what happens is when the pound picks up dogs on the street, they take them down to the pound, and they have 3 days before they need to get adopted. If they don't get adopted in 3 days, the pound calls the various rescue clubs, and they see if the rescue club has room. They'll take the animal and save him, and if they don't take him, it's death row for Fido. So, as you would expect, these rescue clubs get full. They run out of room for the dogs. And so they look for people like myself, generous souls like me, to foster a dog until it can get adopted. What else? They also pay for the food, not the food, the vet bills, and if you need to go on vacation, free boarding. I said, this is great. I said, we'll foster a dog. My daughter can learn what it takes to take care of one, to figure out that it's really not for her. Basically, they'll pay for everything, and then it gets adopted. End of story. So I said, let's do it. So she agreed. Okay, we'll foster a dog. So we went online, applied to a few sites, and finally found one. They called me up and said, well, we've got a Chihuahua, and we've got a Shih Tzu mix. And I said, well, let's go with the Shih Tzu mix, because I'm not quite a Chihuahua person. So the day came, it was Friday afternoon, and we were looking through the blinds, trying to see as a truck pulled in, and out jumped this little dog, little black and white, scruffy looking animal. Hair's all messed up, he's all spotted, kind of walking in timid, and I'm looking at this like, oh, what have we gotten into? But I'm doing my part. I'm helping society, and I'm going to be a good foster parent. So he comes in, 5 minutes goes by, peas in the dining room. I said, oh, this is not good, this is not good. I told my daughter at that point, I said, look, your days of sleeping in, this dog will be up at 7 in the morning, and you are the one taking it out. Okay, yeah. I said, he's going to need a lot of attention, so just be prepared. Okay. Well, that kind of backfired, because somehow we ended up with the only dog in the world that likes to sleep in. My dog will sleep until 10 o'clock in the morning. We all rush around getting ready for school and work, and there he is, balled up on the couch, just sleep. Sometimes you gotta wake him up just to get him to go out. Attention? No, he doesn't really need attention. He'll just sit there and stare at you. Big eyes. You're like, oh, how cute. And of course he gets his attention. So we basically, looking at this dog, he was about as easy to take care of as my pet rock in high school. So I'm thinking, all right, I've got this fostering thing going, it's good. They actually told me that he has heartworms. And apparently when they have heartworms, people don't want to adopt them because they're afraid. First of all, there's a big expense to cure heartworms. And it's possible the dog would die from it. Kind of rare, but he could die from it. So I'm thinking, that's good. Nobody's going to, want this dog. We get to foster him. I'll kind of ride this foster thing out. Well, about a month went by, and the lady from the rescue club comes over, and she says, I've got an application. Someone wants to adopt him. So I just look at it, and I'm like, she says, if you don't find something, terribly wrong with this, Dudley, the dog, is coming with me. I said, that dog's not going anywhere. My daughter's in the back, her eyes are wide as can be. She's like, Dad, I'm thinking, well, why is he getting so irate? He didn't even want the dog in the first place. Well, needless to say, we adopted Dudley. Because you got to wonder what he looks like. And it was January 2nd, 2012, we adopted him, and he became part of the family. And I have to tell you, it's amazing how his demeanor changed. When he came in, he was all timid and quiet. Now, he frolics through the grass, literally, ears bouncing like a commercial. He loves lizards. So he chases lizards, and all you'll see, he'll be underneath the barbecue cover, and his tail is going nice and that's how he sees a tail. And every now and again, he catches a lizard, and he'll come in the house all proud of his catch, and there it is, the lizard tongue sticking out. Well, I'll tell you, my wife's like, "That's it, Buster, you're not going outside for 3 days." And, of course, the dog almost cowers down, like, "Oh, really?" Another thing that's cool about him, a lot of dogs are smart and you can train them. Well, Dudley's even smarter because he's trained us. He's trained us to pet him and rub his belly. So what he does, he'll come in, flip on his back, all 4 feet in the air, and just lay there. Well, how can you pass by that without rubbing him? As you can see, I'm an unfit foster parent, and my main pitfall, of course, was falling in love with this animal. My daughter reminds me almost every day, "You know, Dad, you said that we weren't going to adopt the first dog we fostered." Whatever. Hush, hush, I don't want to hear it. I still have all the same craziness in my life. I still have to get my daughter to dance. I have to get my son to football. But instead of having a dog to add to the stress, I now have Dudley to give me an excuse to go on a walk and clear my head. Thank you.
All right.